An article from The Independent in 2017 appeared on my Facebook memories this morning. The article references street angels as one of the solutions to glassing in the nighttime economy. As we approach Pentecost weekend, this article reminded me of the privilege it has been to set up a movement that has brought about significant societal change. A movement that has pioneered and developed new ways of working. A movement, as a detective chief constable in the police reminded me last week, was one of the first to advance significant partnership working between the police and the church, which has now become the norm. The first Pentecost, the birth of the church, was a movement of the Holy Spirit, empowering and equipping people. It was a movement out of the building into the market square and to the nations. It was a movement of boldness, taking new ground, trying new things, showing a new way of doing life and a demonstration of God's kingdom as a reality. For me, this is the role and purpose of the church. And by church, I mean people gathered and scattered. A movement. The churches are everyday and ordinary, partnering with the Holy Spirit to bring about the amazing and world-changing. It's easy for those who are pioneering, who are bold, taking new ground, trying new things, showing a new way of doing life, demonstrating God's kingdom as a reality, to be misunderstood. On that first Pentecost, some of the religious in-crowd accused those early church folks of being drunk. The way God was working and those God was working through were not acceptable to those who thought they had a monopoly on the way that God worked. God is doing way more behind our backs than in front of our faces. I have seen that God is at work in and through a massive variety of people, not just those who are the religious in-crowd. His kingdom of love, hope, joy, peace, forgiveness, kindness, relationship and restoration needs to be a reality for every person and for every sphere and area of life. And I think that Pentecost shows us that God will work with whoever he can to bring that about. The after effects of Pentecost were wonders, signs and miracles, new communities of support, encouragement and getting alongside one another as this movement took hold. And the movement of Jesus' followers and the influence that they had and the change that they brought grew and grew and grew. That same Pentecost experience is around today. Myself and countless others now working with the Holy Spirit have developed a movement that is solving violence, antisocial behaviour, drunkenness, and allowing space for people to talk through and deal with personal issues in places where that space is very much needed. As that independent article in 2017 showed, Street Angels, the church, prayer in action is part of the solution. It's a movement that is seeking to bring peace and prosperity to the wider society. The Pentecost experience has empowered and envisioned others to tackle areas of issue and need and concern such as debt, poverty, injustice, lack of fairness and hunger. Pentecost is a demonstration of God's kingdom as a reality. Be part of the movement, loving the person in front of you, your everyday and ordinary, becoming the amazing, profound and world-changing. Happy Pentecost.